sharing things that they don't want shared.
Hmm?
I just tell people before fucking they're on live stream because usually people don't really like live stream or being on camera.
What, your live streamer has a camera?
My live stream? Let you know I'm on live stream. You never see my live streams that I do?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, I think my fucking laptop may have touched.
Oh, you're on live stream right now?
Yeah, always.
That's hilarious.
Always. A lot of people watch it. Like, I do it on YouTube and Facebook.
I'm back off inside then. Peace.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Hmm. Mm. Okay. Let's try this.
Tattoos, but so
Yeah, you guys are still talking about tattoos, and that tattoos aren't cool, especially when you're getting them just solely because you think that they're cool.
Through their feed, and you want to stop them dead in their tracks because you have created this video with this beautiful-looking person who's asking a provocative question that's designed to be controversial, that's designed to get you riled up, that's designed to engage you so that you'll hit the like button, maybe you'll comment, maybe you'll share it with someone, maybe you'll share it within your network, and next thing you know, it's going viral. That's the goal here. It isn't about having a deep and meaningful conversation about the meaning of tattoos or what kind of people are hotter. It's about getting as many people to pay attention to you in this attention-driven economy. That's the only thing. And thanks to AI, one person can cover a lot more ground than they used to be able to.
And how much can that person making that kind of content? It used to be when I was growing up, somebody wanted to write a sitcom, and now somebody just wants to get people arguing so they can make money about some bogus kind of topic.
If you have a big enough audience, thousands of dollars a month, tens of thousands of dollars a month or more, for a lot of people, this is their job. They quit their 9-to-5. They kind of mastered the art of creating what we call AI slop, which is, just this kind of content that grabs our attention, even though it's about as filling as cotton candy. And next thing you know, that's your job. The problem is everyone else is trying the same thing. It's like back in the day, everyone was trying to write a sitcom. How are you going to stand out? Increasingly, you've got to be more outlandish, more rage baity, more controversial. But the ones who do well do very well.
It's interesting that that's the stuff that might keep us glued, but it's almost like I don't want to necessarily call that a problem unless people think that it's an actual problem about getting engaged and wasting 15 minutes arguing with somebody back and forth. Because what will happen is like, no, I think that women are way more attractive with tattoos. And then Larry 738 is like, what, are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. And then I respond, you don't know about ladies? I know about ladies with tattoos. You haven't seen the right ladies. And the other person is like, I don't care what the woman looks like. And by the time you've spent like your day like getting notified that the guy has replied to you in this stupid argument, you're just playing into the bigger problem of social media and the algorithm trying to keep you hooked to the stupid machine.
That's exactly it. You're playing right into Mark Zuckerberg's corporate hands. That's what he wants. And in many cases, It's machines talking to machines. It's AI generated content that's being engaged by AI generated accounts, bots. Meta has already said they want to introduce AI friends on Facebook and Instagram. So inevitably you're going to have that where machines are talking to machines and there are no humans in the loop at all. And folks like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk who own these platforms, they're skimming off revenue based on a percentage of ads. So guess who wins here? Certainly not us. We're wasting our time. They're becoming even bigger billionaires.
People on the text board want to know how many tattoos Carmi Levy has.
Carmi Levy is afraid of needles, so Carmi Levy doesn't have any tattoos, but Carmi Levy still will donate blood if he's allowed because, it put up with a little bit of pain for the common good.
All right. So you wouldn't get a picture of Justin Trudeau's shoes tattooed on.
That's why you wear
your butt
boots, you
cheek.
stupid idiot.
No, I
That
wouldn't.
was
But for the
great.
record, I was
Very
wearing
good.
fun socks long before Justin Trudeau came along. So he stole it from a lot of other people. It's not original.
We're
Yeah,
fine.
it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I wouldn't wear them to see the king or, those funky looking
Piss off.
Adidas. Wear
We're fine.
decent shoes, folks.
Yeah, there you go.
He literally
I'm
just
Carmi
said
Levy
decent shoes,
to
folks.
you. Wear decent shoes, folks.
What the?
That could be a rage bait video. Should you wear decent shoes?
Oh my God,
folks?
you really
And
should
then
because you
people
might
argue
drop a
back and
piece
forth.
of
Decent
fucking
shoes.
wood on your
Are you
toes.
kidding me?
Because
You
you
don't
think
get me
you're
started
cool
on decent
wearing
shoes.
boxing
Thanks, Sammy.
shoes.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jim.
Carmi Levy is our tech guy. It is 5:45. News Talk 10 times saver traffic.
Still emergency crews clearing a collision on the southbound 400 approaching Finch. They're blocking the left lane, so it is pretty jammed from the 407. Northbound from north of the 401 is motorists slow to take a peek. Really heavy and slow both ways on the 401 across the city. North 410 up into Brampton, heavy all the way up towards Queen Street. Gardner Expressway busy both into and out of the downtown core. Watch out for troubles. South Islington, the on-ramp to the eastbound Gardner, left lane blocked with a collision. Starting this Friday, visit Shoppers Drug Mart for the bonus redemption event. Get more for your points. Offer valid in store and online. I'm Jennifer Young. Your next update at 6 o'clock on News Talk 1010 Toronto.
All right. How are you this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen? I want to tell you a little bit about the fact that I know you're concerned about what your property might be forced to sell it because of mortgage rates. Frank Leo and Associates know that a lot of people are worried about the economy, but with the multi-million-dollar marketing system reaching millions of potential buyers to ensure that you get top dollar in this market, that happens. That's almost something that they don't worry about. But the problem that a lot of people are getting into right now is because they're forced to look for another property and bite on that other property. You fall in love with it. Any number of different reasons. You might purchase your dream home without realizing, oh yeah, the market, maybe I can't close on time with the home that I own right now. You can't get out. And what happens then? Well, you're probably going to get sued if the bank won't give you a bridge loan or the closing dates don't match up. Everything in your life will go sideways for a couple of years. You'll be in the courts. You'll lose a whole lot of money. And that, during these days, doesn't sound like a lot of fun. So to know that Frank Lee and Associates have been there, done that, they've got the buyer guaranteed home purchase program. They're in place for you. Their agents know how to work it and know how to put your concerns to rest. 416-917-5466, 416-917-LION, or go to getleo.com, getleo.com, and start packing with confidence.
The My Choice sales event is back at Nissan, and the choice is yours. Choose our best-selling Rogue, always ready for adventure, or the dynamic Sentra, packed with safety features, or the all-new boldly redesigned Kicks. And now during My Choice, you can choose up to $1,500 in Nissan bonus or accessory credit, or choose 3-year prepaid maintenance. Hurry into your local Nissan dealer today. $1,500 applies to Sentra and select Rogue models when leasing or financing through NCF. Conditions apply. See nissan.ca for details.
When you switch your phone plan to Bell, you can get Crave on Us with the hottest shows like the HBO original The Last of Us, which means you won't be the last of us to watch it. In fact, you'll be the first of us. And though you may be tempted to text us spoilers, you don't. Because with great streaming comes great responsibility.
Get Crave on Us with select phone plans when you bring your own phone. All on Canada's fastest 5G Plus network. Visit a Bell store or bell.ca/rate plans for details. Bell, mobile plans just got better.
New. Nostalgic. Unmistakably Canadian.
Look in my eyes and you can tell that's true.
Made in Canada delivers 100% homegrown hits all day, every day. Tap into Made in Canada now on iHeartRadio.ca or the free iHeartRadio app. Proudly powered by All Your Friends Fest, June 28th and 29th, featuring Avril Lavigne, Simple Plan, and more.
A star-studded field of golf.
Rory McIlroy on fire.
Led by our nation's best.
Oh, Canada.
Contend for the Canadian crown.
Oh my goodness!
The RBC Canadian Open, June 5th to the 8th on TSN and TSN Plus.
Everyone I meet has the same question.
What's the question?
What will the tariffs do to the price of engagement rings?
I can answer that one.
Please do.
Those tariffs will have zero impact on the prices it spends.
Zero? How did we escape it?
We pay Canadian workers to manufacture all our engagement rings right here in Canada. Always have, always will.
Our state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities are superior to what you'll find in any other country.
And the people who work in our Canadian facilities are superior as well.
Hell yes!
If we ever need to buy anything that is subject to a tariff, Michael has decided to absorb the cost so it is not passed along to our customers.
That's very generous, Michael.
I don't know if it was generosity or just plain defiance. The only thing I know for sure is that I've never been more proud to be Canadian.
Spence. Wow! Across from Scarborough Town Center, near Square One in Mississauga, and next to Colossus Theater in Vaughan.
Watch out! When injuries happen, OCEU members at WSIB help workers get the benefits they've earned. But right now, WSIB management is playing games with injured workers' benefits by ignoring crushing workloads, delaying claims, and forcing OCEU members to strike for basic respect. Tell the WSIB to end the strike. Go to qp.ca/WSIB. A message from your WSIB workers, OCEU QP Local 1750.
You're listening to Jim Richards on News Talk 1010, Toronto.
Way to go, each and every one of you. I thought it was ridiculous. Drew Dilkens, do you know what a Drew Dilkens is? He's the mayor of Windsor. He was on our sister station in Windsor earlier today, defending the fact that his wife got a job with the city of Windsor. Doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense. Excuse me, heck of a lot of sense. I want to play you a clip from Drew Dilkens in a couple of seconds' time. But that, like, wouldn't that be one-on-one? There's so many different reasons why I think that that would be a bad idea. Nepotism, clearly one of them, but you think in the hiring, the woman or the wife gets hired because, oh, the mayor said to hire her. But then you're like, okay, once she's got the job, what is the problem? Well, the problem is anything that she might do, as I do believe is an important person within their Parks and Rec, is going to be like anybody who wants to question, well, why are you doing that? Like, are you going to question the wife of the mayor? Are you going to argue with her? You would just think that there would be a firewall where we're not going to do that. And who is the second most qualified? Let's say she is the most qualified. I don't think that this is something that should be something that should even be entertained.
It was an administrative process. She applied to a position that was posted like any other person in the city could apply. She was interviewed like any other person would be interviewed, and she was offered the job. I'm completely disconnected from it.
Are you disconnected from it? Like, yeah. You're disconnected from it. You're the top person in the city. You're disconnected from it. Did he have to send an email for anybody to think that, hey, the mayor's wife is applying for a job, and you're like, are you going to be the guy who's not going to hire the mayor's wife? Only 3 people out of 270 got interviewed, and you're like, yeah, we got the 3. It's the mayor's wife, right? Nah, probably not. So you're going to be the person who says to the mayor that his wife, is not going to hire the mayor? That's you? I really got a kick out of this dude who called Jerry's show on this topic. Listen to this guy. I thought for a second it was a parody. It was like this guy's a comic doing a bit. This is a caller on this topic to Jerry's show.
Joel from North York, am I wrong?
Yeah, Jerry, you know what, dude? Does she not need to eat?
Does she not need to eat? The caller, Joel, says the mayor makes $270,000 a year. And this guy is like, she needs to eat.
She not needs to pay her bills? You know, and who cares about the optics? You know, if she's
who cares about like it's all optics to a certain extent, isn't it? Like it'd be a very important thing. Hey, how do you get ahead in the city of Windsor where employment could be problematic over the next little while with the auto sector? Well, you got to be related to the mayor. And the mayor's like, well, I didn't do anything. Yeah, you didn't do anything, but you did something. You became the mayor, and it just looks bad.
She's the most qualified, then you know what? If she's not, okay, then they should be scrutinized. But I think it's a good thing that she gets this job. Who cares about the optics? Just let her work. You know, sometimes within that little area there, Jerry, you have a wife, right? I believe. And if she, does she work or not work? But if there's a job, say she wasn't working anymore, and there was something that's chorus that she could work at.
Well, she could absolutely get that job because I don't work for Chorus.
Neither do I.
Well, where do you work, Jerry? Okay.
Bell.
And,
Bell.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, so why can't me and my sister work at the same Starbucks at the airport? It's a conflict of interest. Get the fucking union rep that I paid for.
I'm not sure that she
is my
could, but it's
boss's
also
brother.
a private organization.
A professional courtesy? That's what I'm afraid happened. That, yeah, we don't have any rules against it. I, as the mayor, I didn't say to hire her, but he didn't say not to hire her. He didn't say, you know what, it looks bad. I mean, you would think, I don't know, could you imagine being the mayor and your wife is like, or like, it doesn't matter what's male or female, whatever the circumstances are, but you got a job somewhere, and then your partner's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to apply for a job at a place where you're the boss. And you're going to be able to say, yeah, but I didn't make any call on that. The perception is that people who are under you wouldn't want to upset you. So, I don't know. I think it's ridiculous that she would take the job, she would apply for the job, and the mayor would think that there's not a problem with it. I also, you can check out Deb's podcast earlier today. She talked about the fact that in Alberta, they're not sure who should be making the call on what books are going to be in school libraries.
This is not a question of banning specific books or specific titles.
Okay, it's not. What is the point then? It reminds me of the good old days.
Men come down here from New York, from Florida, to find out my reasons on rock and roll music and why I preach against it, and I believe with all of my heart that it is a contributing factor.
This is from the 50s, you know, when everything was great.
Well,
I 100% believe.
I just nobody told me.
Why I believe that is because I know how it feels when you sing it. I know what it does to you. And I know the evil feeling that you feel when you sing it.
Oh my goodness.
I know the lost position that you get into in the beat. Well, if you talk
So
to the
this is
average
from down in the States where in places like Tennessee, they're like going crazy banning books that are approved by
There
educators.
should be recourse with the parents of this state for their children to ask those books to be evaluated by their duly elected representatives, not a librarian. That's what we're asking.
No, that's not exactly, it would be unfair for me to, really unfair for me to paint that as if that's what they want in Alberta. But I don't know, I just think it's a really slippery slope when you got politicians going, what books should be in school libraries? This is a school librarian from the United States saying,
these books are freely available to all ages at Walmart and Amazon and any other bookstore. And if they were defined as obscene, they would not be. This would not be the case. So when the books are removed from schools, it opens our schools up to First Amendment lawsuits that they cannot afford.
so I don't know, I think that's a slippery slope and pretty problematic. Thank you to Noah and to Ben and to Deb and to you. I'm Jim Richards. Go Brave.
This is News Talk 1010 Time Saver Traffic.
Still a collision cleanup on the southbound 400 approaching Finch and the two center lanes that were blocked. It's pretty slow on the approach to the 407. Northbound traffic heavy north of the 401 as motorists slow to take a peek at it. Still really heavy both ways on the 401 across the city, rain-related delays. Same with the Gardner, both into and out of the downtown core. North GVP remains heavy from Dundas all the way up to the 401. Time saver traffic. I'm Jennifer Young. Your next update at 6:15 on News Talk 1010 Toronto.
This is the CTV News at 6 o'clock on News Talk 1010.
An American fugitive arrested in Toronto after a more than 20-year search.
Charged in a deadly impaired driving crash in Florida. How he was tracked down in a downtown neighborhood. Good evening. We begin tonight with extradition efforts. Patrick Lutz Jr. wanted for manslaughter in Florida.
He's accused in a deadly Christmas Day crash that claimed the lives of two teens in 1988. Decades later, police caught up with him in Toronto. CTV Sean Leathong joins us live from the Church and Wellesley neighborhood with the story. Sean.
Well, Nathan and Michelle, Lutz himself was actually hosting a trivia night at the bar behind me once a month. He seemed to be leading a relatively regular life. That is before authorities caught up with him. This image of a man known in Toronto as Patrick Lighthelp is alleged to actually be this man, Patrick Lutz Jr., a fugitive from the United States on the run for 23 years, charged with manslaughter and the death of two people in Florida back in 1998.
It just was really shocking to find out.
Caitlin Aldman is the assistant general manager at Stormcrow Manor.
Perfect. Fence looks like it's coming along.
It's actually really cool. The guy made like hardwood, like floating floors. They pop into each other. So a little crease down the middle. You pop them in.
Yeah.
It's like basically what he made. Look what I found. Never even been opened.
Wow. What is it?
It is called a pantograph. Pantograph?
Oh, it's a rotor blade. A rotor blade
Yeah. For fucking
carving.
engraving on tiles and shit.
That's cool.
From Sears. I looked it up. $90 on eBay. It was $75 back then at Sears. So that's weird.
Crazy.
Ah, Oh, thank you. Oh, God, I fucking gave myself a cramp.
So you're just live streaming yourself making a fence?
I live stream myself basically doing everything at this point. Yeah, no, I think Joker's the first person that's been like, he doesn't care, he doesn't mind.
I don't care mine either, but I mean, like,
Most people do. Like, it's when I went to Spider Fest on the way back, we saw the giant toonie. There's also a giant loony somewhere, like in Alberta, but there's a giant toonie near Spider Fest, and they were so excited that they literally stopped the car. Like, stop the car! Stop the car! We have to go see it! And I was like, okay. And they got really excited. There was like a gate about this high that they like hopped over, and the entrance was like just over there, and that's how excited they were. And they're like, Matt, take a picture of us. I'm like, take a picture? You guys want me to take pictures of you? Like, usually you guys are like, as soon as I pull a camera, you guys are fucking gone. Like, fucking, but they actually, for the first time, they wanted fucking, I was like, they were like, you want to come? We'll switch. You come in the picture. I'm like, no, I'm enjoying doing this. Like, you guys never let me do this. I used to record band practice at the Swamp.
Where?
When Ivan and Vic lived at the Swamp.
Okay.
Next to the bar on trackside. Whenever they do band practices, I would record their band practice, and they would actually watch it later on to review it. And it's like, but I had to hide and do it, and I wasn't allowed to tell anybody that I was doing it, because then they would be like a legit band that's like doing practice and like reviewing where their fuck ups are. They're like, it's not cool, I guess, whatever. I was like, whatever, it's fine. I call myself a Band-Aid. We're not groupies. We don't sleep with the band. We're there for the music. Anyway.
Have fun.
No go. I believe in a thing called love. Just another in my heart.
Negotiating in hopes of
There's a chance we can
averting
make
a
it
work
now.
stoppage.
Well, there's the sun goes down.
Its final offer. Here's a look at some of the details. Already signed bonus of $500 to $1,000 cost of living allowance, also overtime, 6% wage increase in year 1, 3% in year 2, and 2% wage increases in year 3.
It's too hot for you, Willie.
It was in a legal strike position last Friday.
You know you want to view a mommy, but
Hopefully work out an agreement. It did issue an
we'll drink some water.
overtime plan to its members. Meanwhile, customers, including thousands of small businesses that rely on Canada Post, are caught in the middle. A spokesperson with the Canadian Federation of Independent Business says both sides need to find common ground.
About 80% of small businesses in Canada rely on Canada Post for their daily operations.
Meanwhile, are expressing mixed views about another possible business.
I mean, I don't really have any answers on it. I was confused about it.
It's a sign of the times right now, right? Like everybody's looking to with inflation and trying to get the best of everything.
They have, the right to demand whatever is better for their careers. And if this is the only way that they achieve that, so to me, why work there? Do you really? Yes. I'm not from the union. My personal opinion, I hope we don't get to that point.
The threatened labor stoppage is having an impact on Canada Post's bottom line. The officials say parcel volume is down nearly 60% from last week as customers stay away, worried about packages not getting delivered if there is a strike.
The union went on to say the Canada Post hasn't moved on wages and it still is pushing for part-time work on weekends. Something the union opposes. Reporting live, I'm John Mussel. Let's send it back to you.
Thank you, John. Still ahead, a lifeline for Ontario species at risk of extinction. To ensure key players in the ecosystem not only survive, but thrive.
Let's head outside for a live evening conditions. For some of those buildings, the day started sunny, but clearly those clouds we've been anticipating have arrived, ushering in some wet weather. Wilson is here with the details. Musselman looked like he's having trouble hanging onto his umbrella there. It's wet and a bit windy. It is, Michelle. It's pretty unsettled out there right now. And it's cooler. That's material on top, isn't it? Doesn't exactly look and feel like June is right around the corner. Here we are, though. I'm pushing across the GTA. Listen a little closer so you can see the mountains and wider levels the rest of the GTA and around the Niagara Peninsula, but it's been pretty unsettled there right through the afternoon. 13 degrees at Pearson Airport right now. Cooler along the shoreline of Lake Ontario. We've got an easterly wind right now. Look wherever it is in northern parts of Ontario. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Overnight tonight, seasonal, but we'll have that continuous forecast coming up. For now, we shall back to you. A battle over, but we're taking over right now.
Oh my god! They're trying to justify fucking rape the fuck out. Well, I don't fucking do the hockey anymore. It's all politics stuff. It has nothing to do with game. What's that? Huh?
drivers. Bike lanes are under construction along the Esplanade. Stronger bike lanes are chaos and harm to our city. A news conference held by the Downtown Concerned Citizens Organization is calling on the city to remove them. Bike lanes restrict road space, making it tough to drive safely to important medical appointments. That's a big concern for Inga Shardy. In the winter, the sidewalks aren't clean. How are we going to get a road to people to a park or wheelchairs? Buster Seco owner Ali Samani says he's already hearing about it from customers.
A lot of regular customers are already upset that there's nowhere to stop. There's a lot of people want to come to the market to pick things up and go.
Public consultation took place from October 2019 to March 2021, and the city reported overall feedback was largely supportive.
We represent 58,000 plus people in the downtown core in 3 different wards, and they've all specifically said that they want the bike lanes continued or removed them.
After passing controversial Bill 212, the Ontario government was in the process of ripping up bike lanes on Bloor Street, Yonge Street, and University Avenue. But that work is on pause due to an injunction.
We'll be in direct contact with the lawyers for the province of Ontario to ensure that we remove these bike lanes.
In a statement to CTV News, the city spokesperson says Bill 212